You know, every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice and easy. There's just one thing. Somehow we never, ever seem to do nothing nice and easy. We always do it nice and rough. That's why we do Storytime with Fiona. Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awful good queen, Santa baby, and hurry down my chimney tonight. Hello everybody, this is Fiona Foxfire with Fiona Found a Mic, and it's our little Christmas edition. This is a special little time of year for everybody. All the family, all the picnics. Oh, we don't picnic in Christmas, we go to family things. Whatever you do, enjoy it. A couple of these, you'll enjoy it a lot better. So we're doing a little story time with Fiona, and I thought since it is the holiday season, I would tell a wintry story. How's that? So, you know, I like to cruise, and this was before I had my own apartments when I was still living with my mother. Nobody likes to admit that, especially when you're, 20, living with your mother at 20. Anyway, so I had to go cruising to get my sex because I couldn't just bring any little boy home, because then when I brought him home, she'd want to play with him too, and I'm not sharing with my mother. So I went to the log, and it's actually not really at Christmas time. It's more of a wintry time story because this was in March, but it was snowing. There was some light snow on the ground, and it's a nice little forest wintry trail, and the log is back there, and if you check out our photos, you can see the log. So I go, and I park, and I'm waiting for guys. And in the winter, it's a little slower, so you gotta kind of take what just comes along. I mean, you can't be picky. But I was really wanting a blowjob, and I didn't look like this. Of course, not beautiful like this. Do you like my new wig? It's so gorgeous. Anyway, so where the hell was I at? Oh, I parked at the log. A car pulled in. Out gets this little guy. He's not a midget. I know we talked about midgets, but he's maybe a little bit bigger than a dwarf or something. I don't know, but he was little, right? And I'm like, well, it's wintry, so he's not going to have to get down on his knees, because he's not that tall, and I could, stand up a little bit. He can bend down a little bit, so he won't get his knees all nasty. So I start going down the trail, and he decides to follow. I'm like, oh, all right. So we meet up at the log, and there we are. And he's like, what do you like? And I'm like, I just want a blowjob. It's like, oh, you don't give? No, I just want a blowjob. And so he's like, okay. So I just whip it out. It's middle of March, it's cold. It's not going to look the biggest, but I digress. So he decides to just start going at it. He does a pretty fine job. He's not that big, but, he didn't have to move much, and I didn't have to really finagle much. He just got it done. So he finishes up, and I pull up, and tuck it in, zip it up, and get ready to leave. And he's like, oh, what about mine? Okay, bitch, I already told you. I just want a blowjob. Read my lips. I mean, Dickie Nixon was right. Read my lips. Isn't that who said that? I have to get confirmation from my producer who's sitting in the background. I don't know much about politics. Not at all. Anyway, so I was wrong. It wasn't Dickie. Who was it? Oh, it was Reagan. Read my lips. Who said it? Who the hell cares? Anyway, read my lips. Oh, it's the bush. The bush. Push, push in the bush. Push, push. Oh, this ain't disco time. Anyway, so I'm like, no, I'm leaving. And I turn to leave. And the little fucker jumps on my back. I mean, he just jumps up on there. It's like, I want mine, I want mine. I'm like, bitch, this isn't Attack of the Motherfucking Munchkins. Get the fuck off of my back. And what do I do? I mean, you got a munchkin on your back. It's not like having, what's that saying, a monkey on your back? Yeah, it's not like that, because he wasn't chirping or anything. And it wasn't fun. He's just like, his little, I could feel his little legs just flopping around on my butt and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you have got to get off. And I'm turning and twisting and turning and twisting. And it's snowy. And I have to calm down for just a minute. It's very emotional. So I do the only logical thing that a faggot in the woods can do with a munchkin on their back. I run into a tree backwards. I do. And I run hard. And I hear him go, ugh. Serves you right, fucker. Get off my back, bitch. Well, he loosened his grip and I wriggled away. I'm like, okay. So then I get back to the parking lot and I slash all of his tires. No, I didn't. I wouldn't even know how. I mean, I don't carry a big, large knife with me, but if I had one, I would have. So, the moral of the story is, be careful when cruising in the wintertime. It can be a little treacherous. And never get your dick sucked by a dwarf. It just ain't worth it, okay? Well, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You know, every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice and easy. There's just one thing. Somehow we never, ever seem to do nothing nice and easy. We always do it nice and rough.